Welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Know the Good to Know podcast, where we spill out a load of good news. You know what's going on. Yeah, I got excited. You know why I'm excited?
Why are you excited?
Do you know why I'm excited?
Why are you excited?
Excited.
Why are you excited?
Should say it right. Because it's sunny. It's finally sunny in the UK.
Where?
Obviously not now.
It rained
today.
It rained today, didn't it?
No, it's sunny today.
I can't remember.
First little bust of vitamin D.
And now it's dark.
And now it's dark, but yeah, so yeah, it's brightened up my day a little bit. It's brightened up everything in general, I guess. Made me feel a lot better. A lot better. Like driving back from work. Oof. Damn.
Were you out on site today at any point?
No. Just in the office, but it's just nice to get a bit of sunshine coming through the window and it makes your day a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
That's what the podcast does.
That's fair. Usually I close the blinds so I don't get any.
Oh, you little vampire.
Little vampire.
But yeah, driving back from work this afternoon, I was like, oh yeah, I've literally got a playlist. So, like
sunny, dark, wet.
No.
Loads of different ones.
That's good. It's good sunset drive. And it's literally just filled with songs that are just chill and vibey. So yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, last question. Last week.
Oh yeah.
A library in the US saw a huge increase in visitors after introducing what feature? It was A, borrow a dog program for stress relief.
Yep.
A cafe where customers can pay with jokes, which you liked. A book that emits a scent related to their stories. And a hotline where you can call and hear someone read to you. The answer was a hotline where you can hear someone read to you.
Which is basically audio.
Audiobooks.
Yeah. A weird audiobook.
Oh yeah, you could get some real weird audiobooks. Imagine if someone was reading 50 Shades of Grey to you. That could be a real strange scenario, especially in the library as well. You're in a public place.
Have you read it?
What, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It's in the first movie ages ago when it came out, but no.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
Get some 50 cats going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How do you forget this every time?
Un, dos, trois, quatre.
You go.
Okay. I'm not very happy with my story this week. I'm not very happy with my whole. But it doesn't matter.
As long as it's good, as long as it's positive.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
That's all that matters.
So, new DNA evidence frees innocent man after 30 years in prison for murder. We've all heard of these stories, right?
Yeah, there's loads.
There is loads, yeah.
It's real sad.
Imprisonment is in a miscarriage of justice. A Hawaiian man has been released from prison after DNA evidence exonerated him. Behind the bars for 30 years, Gordon Cordeil's first desire was to visit the grave of his mother, who died of ALS just before he was arrested.
Oh, man.
He was freed based on an advocacy from the Hawaiian Innocence Project, which seeks to free those wrongfully convicted by more closely examining the evidence of settled cases. Obviously, 30 years, DNA evidence and DNA stuff like that, which wasn't what it is today.
Yes. Yeah, because you got the old forensic science sort of degree backgroundy.
Yep.
What's it been? How much has it progressed, or did you not get to
remember? Yeah, of course we talk about the history of it all.
Yeah. So, you just generally can't remember how long it took?
Not really, no.
Fair enough.
But he stood two trials in 1994 for murder, which is apparently for a drug deal turned robbery on an island of Maui.
Wow.
The first trial ended in a hung jury, with only one juror voting to convict him.
Oh, a hung jury. Yeah, okay. I thought you said Hungary.
While the second saw him convicted and sentenced to life without possibility of parole.
Damn.
Okay, so that's 1994, so you can imagine the advancements from there.
Jeez, yeah.
There were tears in the courtroom when the judge ordered the suspect to be released. So this is when he's released.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He cried. We all cried. This is coming from the co-director of the Hawaii Innocence Project. He believed that he was never going to be exonerated, but having gone through two trials, he just lost all faith in the justice system.
Yeah.
To finally hear a judge say, "I'm vacating your convictions," that's when it hit him. The police botched this case from the beginning and turned the number one suspect into Slate's star witness, resulting in a 30-year nightmare miscarriage of justice for Gordon and his family.
Absolute scandal.
According to the court documents filed by Gordon's attorneys, the state sought to prosecute Gordon despite 22-year-old having 4 alibis.
What?
By relying on 4 jailhouse informants motivated by promises of reduced sentences, something which the Innocence Project described as a huge misconduct.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah. Jeez.
A DNA profile of an unidentified person was found inside the pocket of the gentleman who was murdered.
Yeah.
Which was combined with other DNA findings, put the possibility of Gordon's involvement squarely enough with reasonable doubt.
Which, with reasonable doubt, surely nothing.
That's what's clear.
You can't be convicted. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
So to put Gordon's nightmare into perspective, he walked into the courthouse with a pager. Now everybody has their phones.
The pager.
Yeah, that's how long ago it was.
Oh, yeah.
He visited the grave of his mother back in Hawaii hours after the judge ordered his release, which is obviously sad.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much else to that.
Yeah.
But I did go out there and just try to look for some facts around the whole. How many people have been falsely imprisoned, or what they know of, I guess.
Yeah.
So in the US, organisations like the Innocence Project report that more than 2,800 people have been exonerated through DNA testing alone since 1989.
That's awesome. That's so good.
These were cases where individuals were wrongly convicted and later proven innocent. By this only includes cases where DNA evidence is available. So you think of cases there's probably none available, or it's been lost, or something like that.
Yeah. Falsely planted, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Another study by the National Academy of Sciences estimate that 1 in 25 people sentenced to death in the US may be innocent.
Oh man, that's not a statistic I want to hear.
I know. But it just puts into perspective, right? The amazing work that like these organisations do, like these innocent projects.
Yeah.
I mean, not all the time it works out.
Yeah,
I watched a few, like Netflix documentaries where they're like, "Are you lying to me?" Oh, I can't remember the really famous one with the lady. Oh, mate, she was so.
Is it the new Netflix documentary that's out at the moment?
No, it's fairly old to be fair, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah. And
the lady who does like that side of things, like the innocent projects.
Oh, what, like the actual...
So good.
The research,
Oh, mate, she was so... just like in awe of somebody because they're so powerful.
Yeah.
That's what she was like. She
powerful.
comes across like a powerful woman, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't describe it.
So, and in terms of like... It's not in awe of sort of her ability to really do some heartwarming work and exonerate
it's more just
it's
like...
the power that she holds.
No, it's just like, I can't explain it. Like
I was going to say...
It's like the aura she gives off of how she does things, how she handles things. I don't know, it's really weird to describe. You have to watch it. And
like you can't talk to her and basically be wrong. Be right. She will be right.
She will be, yeah.
She's done her shit.
She knows her shit, basically.
Due diligence, she research everything.
But it turned out that he was lying to her like throughout the whole case. I really can't.
This is just like drilling in bad news.
It's a really good documentary.
Yeah.
That's going to bug me that I can't remember the name of it. But
someone will know.
Yeah.
But if you're watching this like 10 years down the line, I'm like, oh, I know that one.
Jack always, funny Jack, he always messaged me like, I'm listening to your podcast and I'm shouting at you, Jordan, because you never remember anything. Like, you talk about stuff, but you can't back it up because you don't remember anything. Yeah. I'm like, you're not wrong.
So last week we were talking about the underwater things, the movies about underwater.
Yeah.
Abyss is what I was trying to think of.
Okay. Again, he was shouting at me and he was like, yes, Samuel L. Jackson is in that film.
What, in the one you were talking about or in Abyss?
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea.
In Deep Blue Sea,
yeah. He is in it.
Is it the one with the shark?
Yes, Deep Blue Sea is, yes.
Yeah. So I was thinking of Abyss,
scientist.
not a Horizon. I was thinking of Deep Horizon, which is the space one.
Okay.
With the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And then I was thinking of Abyss, which is the underwater one with aliens. That's what I
haven't seen Abyss. And then Deep Blue Sea, we were talking about Samuel L. Jackson. He is in it. Mm-hmm. LL Cool J is the chef.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good. All right.
Narrowed down. Jack, if you're listening, hopefully that clears up. Yeah. But now I've got to figure out...
He probably knows.
Now I've got to figure out what that documentary was.
Just in the middle.
I might actually... While you start your story, just double check. It's going to bug me otherwise.
Okay, well, my good news is... it is good news in a way. So it has to come with a bit of historical context.
Yeah.
So a design graduate is hoping to revolutionise the way that we think about our morning cup of tea by tackling the growing issue of electronic waste. So e-waste, not particularly great. Gabriel K has created the Osiris modular kettle, which is a repairable appliance designed to be fixed with just a screwdriver. Named after the Egyptian god of rebirth, the kettle has interchangeable components, allows the user to replace faulty parts themselves without specialist knowledge. Kay's invention has already received multiple awards, and he hopes it will contribute to the fight against e-waste, which is a global issue growing 5 times the rate of the recycling efforts that are actually being done across the globe, basically. He went on to say, so many perfectly good electronics end up in landfill. My goal with this design was to help people feel confident making simple repairs. In the future, I see potential for adding complexity and encouraging regular maintenance to products, which is K's, well, this is what he explained. According to the UN, 62 million tons of e-waste is generated annually.
Doesn't surprise me. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Look around.
Mad.
Look around. Everything.
Well, I've got some, when I say historical context, it is true, but it sounds really weird. So, this is just small household appliances. This is 62 million tons.
Like kettles, phones, toasters.
So it says small household appliances, making up a third of the total. However, only 12% of these items are successfully recycled. So you can imagine how many, like, kettles, toasters, like you're saying, microwaves even, are just sitting in landfills. According to statistics, I think it's like Statista or something. It's a website in the UK. The UK alone produces on average 1.6 million tons of e-waste each year, which is atrocious.
Yeah, okay.
We do drink a lot of tea though in the UK, and we do have a shitload of kettles.
I burn out constantly.
Yeah. So there could be a seedy underlying reason as to why there is so much e-waste, and it starts with something called planned obsolescence. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Have you ever? Okay, fair enough. It sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, but there is truth in the madness. So I'm going to do a little history dive before we talk about K real quick. So planned obsolescence is said to have started back in 1924 with the international light bulb manufacturers called Phobos cartel, when they agreed to limit the lifespan of light bulbs to 1,000 hours, which obviously doesn't sound like a lot, but this is back when light bulbs were, this is 1924, so we've got time before then. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to last 1,500 hours, which is 62 days, but with some improvements, they could have lasted up to 2,500 hours, which is 104 days, which is a long time considering, back 100 years ago, jeez. Yeah. Well, 101. The method of making things a bit shittier then basically evolved throughout the years. General Motors in 1927, from General Motors in 1927 all the way up to 2001, when Apple's iPod that had an irreplaceable battery, which was projected to only last 18 months, and then later finding out that there was also present in some of their lines of iPhones doing a bit dodgy, dodgy. Go on.
Sorry, two things to indulge with. Yeah. Firstly, went to a child's party, that sounds weird. Went to Rupert's
You have got kids, so it doesn't sound that weird.
Went to a kid's party last weekend, and they had a entertainer there.
Yeah.
Who was using an iPod. How weird is that?
What, an old iPod?
Yeah.
Old school
like
iPod.
A swirly one. Like one of the proper.
The old ones.
Thick old one.
Yeah, but I mean, they probably were built to last.
But you got to think, the good thing about it is you can do playlists, you ain't got to rely on like Wi-Fi.
True, yeah. Yeah, but you got to buy songs. That's the thing with Apple Music and stuff. I think you still have to pay like £1.89 for all your songs.
LimeWire.
Yo, I used something called BearShare.
BearShare
was so funny.
BearShare and LimeWire were the two.
And then it evolved into like YouTube transfers where you just download YouTube, pull the hyperlink for it and download it. It was so dodgy. There was probably loads of viruses, but either way. With Apple doing their dodgy dealings, making their phones last a little bit longer. That is the idea behind planned obsolescence, was to keep people buying the latest version of things just before they needed to, sort of, but slowing things down, reducing battery lives, all in the aid of the economy.
Yeah.
This might have been good for consumerism and making people a shit ton of money, but like I said before, it has resulted in the numbers such as the 62 million tons of e-waste, which again, it's all human generated, so we all are a part of the problem. We all like new phones and that sort of stuff. I'll ask you though, when's the longest you've had a phone for?
It's funny you say that. My new phone's coming tomorrow.
That's so fitting for such the wrong reason. Yeah. That's so bad.
I've had this phone. Oops, sorry. For about 5-6 years.
Okay, yeah, so that's not bad. Yeah,
and I'll sell it. I won't just throw it in a bin.
No.
I'll try and sell it. I probably won't get anything for it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is obviously most people that are trying to get the latest thing every single time, it is a new phone every year sort of thing.
Yeah,
which is part of the problem, really. So enter forward-thinking minds such as Gabriel K. A De Montfort University product design graduate believes designers share responsibilities for this issue, which they 100% do. He said, "It's easy to design something to be assembled, but taking it apart is often a different story. Initially, he considered addressing throwaway culture in the mobile phone market, but instead applied the modular electronics concept popularised by brands like Fairphone to everyday kitchen appliances. And for the people who don't know who Fairphone is, I will get into them in the Hall of Heroes segment. Well,
Oh, you've linked it.
Yeah, I have. So stick around and you'll be able to find out how you can save some money, for one, and save the future. His Osiris kettle keeps his electronics neatly housed within a removable module which can be accessed with just a couple of screws. He said, I want repairs to feel like routine maintenance, like swapping out vacuum cleaner bags, which is old school, because you don't really do that nowadays, but I see where he's coming from. And he said, for most people, the hardest part of fixing electronics is the fear of complicated components, which is very, very true in some cases. People fear that if they tamper with something, it can become completely bust and be unable to be repaired, leading them to have to buy a new thing anyway. And I know all too well how hard it is to fix things. Something as simple as Rupert's little toy drum. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Which just needed the little sensor soldering back to the circuit, but when I did it, and it worked for about 4 minutes, I did like 5 little taps on it, bank, 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 and then all of a sudden the sensor broke into like a million pieces, and then it was bust from there on out. So I had to buy a new one. So the Restart Project, an organisation promoting reuse and repair, has highlighted Kay's work as part of a broader push to rethink waste, especially during a time of year when many are decluttering as well. A nice little winter clean out, especially after Christmas, all those sales and stuff, buying new things, getting rid of the old things. His kettle has already earned recognition from new designers, a major graduate showcase, and his alma mater. He has also been selected for Green Grads, a platform celebrating young UK designers with eco-friendly innovations, which is also pretty cool. Barbara Chandler, founder of Green Grads, praised the project. She said, "The world is drowning in waste, and recycling alone isn't the answer. Gabriel's kettle is not just a practical solution, it's a statement about the importance of making durable products that can be repaired. Kay's design could be a small but significant step to rethinking the way we interact with everyday appliances. Not as disposable, but as long-lasting tools that we can repair and reuse ourselves." So yeah, that is my good news, which is the Osiris kettle made by Gabriel Kay. And hopefully, with this first design, not that, I mean, I'm going to be a bit cynical about it, but companies aren't going to want that sort of stuff because obviously they want their money. So it's going to be a difficult...
They want things to run out so they can...
Exactly, yeah. The planned obsolescence might not be so prevalent now, but I can guarantee it's sort of in the background that things are supposed to get slower and that sort of stuff. But hopefully people might take on his ideals and make things that actually last, or stuff that can be repaired.
Good.
There's my... Have you found out what you were trying to find out? I just happened to read my own story and you're not listening. But go, what you got?
He was making a murderer.
Oh.
It was like season 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Kathleen Zellner, I think her name is. Yeah.
Okay, so is she the murderer or is she
She's covering... Yeah, she's
the lady that
it's for
exonerated someone.
Yeah, she was trying to help Stephen Avery.
Okay, yeah.
No, Stephen Avery? Who's the
Yeah, I remember watching this.
This lady here.
Yeah. I remember watching this on Netflix.
Weirdly powerful vibe. She gives that vibe, but don't fuck with me.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, sometimes you need those people. You just need those people that are... especially if they're fighting for the better reason or the good reason. Then, yeah, 100% you need those types of people around. Otherwise, the world would run amok.
Yeah, there she is.
For the people watching at home, they can't see what Ryan's actually looking at on his laptop and listening on his laptop. It's just like literally just went on images to look at like 50 images of her face, and it didn't need to. You could have just shown me one.
Sorry, I just wanted to make the point. But it's from Making a Murderer, which everyone's watched, I think.
Yeah.
And everyone loved.
It's old school now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one of the best. It
is good. Yeah, I must admit.
I did watch the one about. I put it in the group chat.
Yeah, the new one
about the Gabby lady that lost her life to the...
So what is that? I mean, because we're not a murder mystery podcast, so we shouldn't be doing that. We'll leave that to the murder mystery podcasters.
No, I don't want to go into it. I'm just saying it's a good thing to watch.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Nice little recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 3-part.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a 3-part. Oh, is it like a docuseries?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, on to the next segment.
The Hall of Heroes.
Hall of Heroes, and do you want me to start or?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, we are local again. I do try and keep the local Hall of Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Pause in Ernest founder in Small Business Britain campaign. That didn't really make sense.
That didn't read very well.
The Huntingdonshire-based owner of a globally recognised dog well-being company has been crowned one of the UK's most impressive female entrepreneurs.
Oh, that's really nice.
Melissa Smith, who lives in Ramsey 40foot, and founded Paws in Earnest in December 2020.
What a name.
Is among 100 female entrepreneurs across the country featuring in a Small Business Britain's campaign. It's called like I Almost 100 or something like that.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Having struggled with chronic illness and a new puppy, Melissa recalls that she sought a way to stay engaged and active while managing limited energy.
Mm-hmm.
What began as a small business offering personalised wooden items quickly evolved into a focus on dog enrichment. The turning point came when Melissa created a product that quickly gained global popularity.
Ooh.
Melissa said, to be selected alongside such incredible women in business is a very pinch me moment. I started the business while off sick with Emmy and mostly housebound to go from being one of the 100 to being one of the 100 women in the UK is definitely something I never imagined.
Damn.
Melissa is now looking forward to attending a celebration in March at the House of Lords.
Ooh, very fancy.
She says the company's mission is to provide accessible, innovative, bloody hell,
Stitch stuff up there.
products that enhance and the health and well-being of dogs.
Okay.
Today, Paws in Earnest ships worldwide, offering a growing range of enrichment products designed by Melissa and her husband. It's wonderful to have Melissa feature in this year's I Almost 100. All the female entrepreneurs in this year's lineup are simply phenomenal, said the founder.
I bet they are.
It is vital that we recognise the impressive contributions of the UK's female business owners, and we do all this who can support them throughout their entrepreneurial journey from start-up to scale-up, as well as making... What's that noise?
It's your tumble dryer or something.
It's dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
As well as making a huge economic contribution to the UK, female entrepreneurs also create a wider positive impact that ripples across society and local communities too.
Hell yeah.
So, just like I said, trying to find a local one.
Yeah.
So, there's a local shout out to Melissa Smith, who went from struggling with a chronic illness to doing a great job of raising a business and getting to that point of 100 female entrepreneurs.
So so has she got the award?
No, it's
So has she been nominated in this 100 people basically?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's still a sort of achievement on its own.
I don't know what the awards is actually.
But also,
Why didn't I get that?
I was gonna say you could have so much information.
I've not done great this week. I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but I was away from work.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah, so
right.
I feel like I'm a bit behind.
That's all right. It's fine. Do you know anything any of the toys that she's made? So any of the wooden things
I could
that
look
she's made?
while you're doing yours.
Yeah, you go for it. Because it'd be cool to actually know what she's sort of made and what she's being acknowledged for as such.
I can just look now.
Be interesting.
Pause in.
Also, I feel like dog companies have the best names. Like, you could get really punny with it. Like, really, really good. So, what's her one called?
Paws in Earnest.
Paws in Earnest. Great name. A client of ours, well, no, it's not. It's a client within a client. They've got a dog crash called Barkside of the Moon. That is a name.
That is good, actually.
That is a name.
So, they do silicone lick mat and bowls.
Okay. Yeah, it's
a
good
groovy lick mat.
It's good for...
a cleaning brush.
What's it called?
A toy feeder. Don't know, sensitivity.
Amenity stuff. No, it's like... Amenity stuff? No.
Lick mats, mystery bundles.
It's going to kill me.
It's dog stuff. I don't have a dog, so I don't really... Treats.
I was about to say animal husbandry.
Oh, dog treats and stuff.
All sorts. Oh, that's really nice. No, it's good though. So it's a business that she's helping animals.
Oh wow! I literally just should have gone on the website because look at this. This is so much better.
The things you miss. Okay, well, so my hero this week then. So again, what's her name?
It's funny because I'm looking on the website.
You're just seeing pictures of dogs.
Yes, Marty is the chief product tester and ambassador dog.
Mate, I love when people put dogs on their like actual positions within the company.
And then Maple's just here for the treats.
Just here for the treats. Legend.
Sam, I guess that's her husband. Mastermind behind the scenes. Melissa, owner and founder. Fair enough.
That's so nice. So she's a local business lady, entrepreneur, and
she's doing well.
She's doing really well,
which is the main thing.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, no, dogs. I don't think to do with dogs is just sick.
I would like a dog, but I'm not allowed.
Becca, I think that is one of Becca's dreams. She wants to open up a kennel club.
Mate, it's like Alice. She wants a sort of animal sanctuary.
We'll get there eventually. We'll do it. Like I said, a really cool idea that I had, I don't know if I've ever told you, which was basically, if we ever get to the stage in our lives where we're rich beyond our wildest dreams, I want to do an outside podcast studio, no matter what country we're in. Obviously, if it's somewhere sunny, would be ideal.
Let's go somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm.
Okay.
But an outside podcast studio that's surrounded by like a nature reserve.
That'd be cool.
So we're in like a
Our
wood.
own nature reserve.
We obviously own it,
Yeah.
and people can walk around it if they want to. But in our little studio, it's like a wooden net, like a dome thing made out of sticks and whatever.
That's
but
cool.
we're inside the actual dome,
Yeah, I like
and we do the podcast. But we're surrounded by nature.
Win the lottery and we can do it.
Yeah, for an idea like that, I think we'd have to. I don't think it's going to come to
Win the Euro
fruition if we
Millions
don't.
and we'll do it.
We just get really good grind. Start hustling. Start making that money.
How do we do that?
We're not that kind of podcast. We don't do that.
How do we do that?
Side hustle stuff? I don't know. Just we'll find out.
We're one of them people. We one of them people. We are them people who like, how do we make money? But we just never
do it. no. We got our own jobs. We ain't got enough time to make money.
Yeah.
We ain't got time. Okay, so my Hall of Heroes. So as I said in my previous story about Gabriel's Osiris kettle, he got his ideas from another great organisation who are trying to benefit the world. This being Fairphone.
Yep.
In a world where electronic waste is piling up.
In a world where electric waste is piling up and smartphones are built to be replaced rather than repaired, one company has taken a stand.
We'd love to have that sort of voice.
It would be sick.
In a
You
world.
did it better. You did it. Okay. No, say again. Say in a world.
I feel pressure now because it was off the cuff. In a world.
No, you ruined it. You said it.
In a world. No,
In a world.
it has to be off the cuff. I can't think.
Yeah,
of it.
no, it does. I will say this sort of sounds like a sales pitch. So they're doing really good stuff, but
Good shares.
I'm reading about sort of like the actual phone itself. So
Oh, okay, fair
it's
enough.
going to sound like when I did the reading. What do we call it? I can't remember what it's called. Reading pen. You know where you?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yes,
because that sounded like a sales pitch as well.
Blimey, that's some throwback.
So yeah, in a world, blah blah blah. Fairphone isn't just making phones; they're reshaping the industry by proving that sustainability, fairness, and durability can go hand in hand, and that's why Fairphone earns a well-deserved spot here. Fairphone's mission is simple but revolutionary. The longer you keep your phone, the smaller your environmental impact.
Yep.
I'll ask the dangerous question, or I've already asked it to you, which is, how often do you change your phone? I forgot that I put it all the way down here.
The only reason I'm changing my phone, just to add, is because mine hasn't updated in like 3 updates.
That's fair,
Because
that's
it's full. the capacity is too small.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
So
so
I'm
you're
like,
doing it. Oh, you see, this is where this
And
would
then it
help
just-
you.
And then it just gets slow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh mate, I just need to upgrade because I
See now,
I've held out for.
this is where
Full
Fairphone would change your life.
Do you remember Sam?
Yeah.
Do you remember Sam?
Mate, yes.
He had
The
his
fact it's
little
iPhone
phone,
for like 10 years,
Yeah.
10, 12 years. He is a good ideal of what you should be doing with your electronics. If you can keep an iPhone running for that long,
Yeah.
you're doing something right. So yeah, it's funny because I put in here a good response and a bad response a little bit. So, but you sort of fulfilled both of them somehow.
Just doing my job.
But yeah, so for those at home who, want to do a bit more for the environment and maybe save quite a bit of money, because it's always a good idea
Yes.
to try and save some money,
Mm-hmm.
Fairphone's hardware is built to endure with a signature modular design that allows users to replace parts like the display, for one, which I know would save so many people so much money. If they're cracking that screen, you've cracked your screen like, what, twice?
Yeah, I have you.
And how much did you have to get yours repaired for? Do you remember?
I never got them repaired. I just left them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, so you can replace the screen, you can replace the battery and other components inside as well, like the cameras and the speakers. Literally everything can be replaced. It's so good. Fairphone is going against the grain when designing and selling electronics, offering industry-leading warranty periods and after-sales support that breaks records. This is where it starts to sound really salesy. So why does this matter? Smartphones account for 1% of global carbon emissions each year,
Doesn't surprise
with
me.
roughly 80% of the impact coming from production alone.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me again.
No. So by designing a phone that lasts, Fairphone directly reduces the need for new production and minimises the environmental harm. Not to mention the electronic waste crisis that is accelerating 5 times faster, like I said, than the recycling efforts that can actually keep up with this, which is what I spoke about earlier. An easy way to reduce this problem, extend your phone life.
Yeah.
Extend its lifespan. So Fairphone has spent over a decade proving that a different kind of smartphone industry is actually possible. Their spare parts are affordable, widely available, and easy to install.
That's the plus. That's the winner.
Yeah, mate. I literally went on their website.
Being
I was just
easy.
looking. Yeah, so you can replace anything. You can upgrade the camera. There wasn't getting a leak.
I feel like I just got a dribble in my head.
That'd be so funny if you done
It wouldn't be.
No, actually, no, not for you, but it'd be funny for the podcast. I saw another thing ages and ages and ages ago when I first sort of looked up the idea of a modular phone. It looked horrendous. So it was literally a motherboard, and it was a big grey rectangle, and you could plug things in. The idea was really cool because you could change the size of the battery, you could change a better camera, you could have buttons on it if you really wanted, like a keyboard or a whole screen. But it was just so bulky, like the phone would be like that thick. It was horrendous. But these guys are sort of doing it.
Streamline it a little bit.
Yeah, they've made it look sleek, sexy, that sort of stuff. But at the same time, they've also made it... I mean, they probably haven't made it as good, but, you know, give them time, they can make it better. So what I was saying is this is an amazing way to save money if your phone is smashing your screen if you smash your screen on a regular basis, because... You know, even some of those third-party fixes, pretty spenny. Because I'm pretty sure that's the reason as to why you didn't go to them in the end. To get your phone fixed.
Yeah, because it can work out expensive.
It was so
and inconvenient.
Exactly. So yeah, DIY repair instructions are provided online with these guys. And for those who need professional support, Fairphone ensures help is always accessible. Hence, like I said, again, it sounds so salesy. I forget every time. They even share maintenance tips with their community to keep devices running smoothly for years. You will not see Apple doing that kind of stuff. Not on your Nelly.
They just want you to buy more.
They want that money. Give me your money. Over 60 materials are used in building a smartphone, and Fairphone is committed to reducing resources extraction and focusing on longevity and reusability, with security updates and software supporting last well beyond the industry norm. Fairphone ensures its devices stay functional and end up to date far longer than the competition.
Cool. AI's messed you up there, isn't
No,
it?
not me. I messed myself. It's this thing. It's your little setup. It's right in my eyeline when I'm trying to read something. Fairphone's impact goes beyond the making lasting devices as well. So it's about setting new standards for fairness and sustainability in tech. And here are some of their proudest.
They're going to bring you up like do you want a job in marketing.
Proudest milestones. So in 2013, Fairphone became the first company in the industry. And that's a big sort of piece to sit.
At this time, like this late on as well.
Yeah, 2013. That's not that long ago in terms of tech.
Yeah.
So they to sell parts online for the devices, starting with Fairphone 1. In 2015, Fairphone 2 was the first modular smartphone in the market and the first to receive a camera upgrade and the first to achieve 7 years of software support from Android 5 to Android 9. 2020 rolled around and introduced a physical camera hardware upgrade for Fairphone, allowing users to upgrade the camera without replacing the entire device. 2021, Fairphone 4 became the first smartphone to offer 5-year extended manufacturing warranty and introduce 5G capability. 2023, and the Fairphone 5 launched. It sounds bad because I'm literally just rocking through their phones, but they've only got 5 in the last...
Why do they look like iPhones?
Exactly, that's what I mean. So they look slick. They look really good.
They look exactly like iPhones. Though.
Exactly. But I think you can get either iPhone or Android running devices. I'm not 100% sure. I think mostly it is Android.
It looks like Android, yeah.
I think it is, but I think you can get something similar to iPhone that is compatible
So it
with
looks like an iPhone, but it's powered by Android.
Basically, yeah. So, you know, they're trying
they do look quite nice.
Exactly. Although I will say the camera quality isn't 100%, like, it's not up to spec for the rest of them, but again, they are at the early stages compared to the rest of, like, Samsung, iPhone, Google, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, in 2024 they released their Fairbuds, so they don't just limit themselves they don't just limit themselves to the phone. So if you have a pair of headphones, you're rocking in the gym, you throw your headphones on the floor and they break, you've got to buy a brand new pair of headphones. Pain in the arse. Or if you've got earbuds and you do what I did a long time ago, which is one falls out your ear, you didn't hear it, and you run over it, 100% happened at the gym, you have to buy a new pair. Whereas these guys, they have basically released both of those things that have interchangeable components. So you could buy a new speaker for your earphone or headphone to replace the old one if it breaks. So that was in 2024, and they released it, and they've got the perfect 10 out of 10 from something called iFixit, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so Fairphone, the proof that tech can be ethical, repairable, and built to last, which I know a lot of people at home probably get really pissed off with the amount of stuff that they have to buy year after year because it just gets outdated, or a new thing comes along and you're like, oh yeah, really
wow, the headphones are really nice.
Yeah, no, they look sick. I mean, they're spenny, but again, it's because they will last you your entire life, which is the best thing that you want in tech, realistically. And they look really good.
They do look very nice.
But yeah, so There's another little hero for you. Oh, I say a company as a hero, but yeah, so that is my the Hall of Heroes entry for this week.
Wow,
Fairphones.
they're very nice.
So if you fancy yourself...
They are very... That's annoying, though, because I look at these phones and I'm like, I would have one of these phones.
Yeah, exactly. So they are... I mean, they've been doing it for like 10 years now, but they are basically...
Nice.
They would save you so much money. This is the best bit about them. And then obviously with that, not only do they save the individual money... But over time, they save the planet so much extra e-waste. You imagine the amount of broken iPhones that are in landfill. It'd be astonishing to see that. But these guys are trying to change the game.
Here we go, look. Display, batteries,
Yeah.
top unit, main camera,
Front
camera,
cameras,
back covers,
back cover.
charging ports, speakers,
You
earpiece,
charging
screws.
ports. You imagine the amount of times that you've busted your charging port, getting drunk and stabbing your charger into your phone. No. Get it replaced. Buy a new one. It's like 18 quid or something, weren't it?
It's got everything.
Headphones,
All
like
the
I said.
headphones, that's
Yeah.
£17 head cover band, cushions, £13, speakers,
The actual speakers.
less speakers.
Yeah.
Mate,
Everything. Literally everything. Down to the earbuds.
replaceable earbuds.
Yeah.
Mate, this
You
is...
get your Apple
How is
Buds.
this
You
not-
lose one, you gotta buy a new pair. You get these ones, you can buy an individual earbud that connects with your little charging thing.
These guys should be bigger than what they are.
Yeah, no, this is the sad thing with, like, again, I go back to what I said before with the whole planned obsolescence thing. Big companies obviously want to make a lot of money, so they have a lot of power to basically shut these guys down, which you don't want to happen, because if these people are trying to save you money and trying to save the planet, this is the way to go, basically.
I want their headphones.
I basically sound like an advocate for Fairphone, but they are a hero of the hall, so I
want
will
these.
fight for them tooth and nail.
These green headphones I want a lot.
They look so sick, don't they?
They are very nice.
But yes, that is
Can you tag them, message them, say, look,
Let's see
a
if we
small
can get some
podcast.
free stuff.
we're a small podcast, but we really, really, really like the look of your products.
We do. I mean, they do look really slick, I must admit. So
We'll
yeah.
both have phones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be good. We could both have ethical phones
Yes.
and ethical headphones.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to splash out £1,000 on us.
Yeah, they are. So actually, no, that's not that bad a price, to be fair. So 500 quid for a phone is basically the same you're going to pay for a phone maybe about 7, maybe 8 years ago. Because nowadays most phones,
£1,000.
yeah, they're easily £1,000 if not over. So yeah,
They are very nice phones, and
Yeah.
the headphones got me a lot. I like them a lot.
yeah, the headphones again, it's relatively pricey. They come in at like 220
200
quid.
quid, yeah, but that's what, like,
But
you
again,
got your big brands.
they
like the
are.
same.
Well, that's true, but you got to remember, if you buy what are big headphone brands at the moment?
Bose, maybe?
Bose, yeah. If you buy a £200 pair of Bose headphones, yeah, they sound really, really good. But if you break them, you can't replace them unless you have insurance on them. In which case, you can get a new pair.
350 quid.
But
230, the same price.
yeah, so whereas if you break the Fairphone headphones, again, I reiterate, you can
Yes.
replace bits.
Right, if you're listening,
Fairphone, please send us some headphones
yes, please.
and a phone. It'd be really good.
I just have the headphones. I'll be happy then.
Yeah, but yeah. So
I like that.
really
That's
great.
my favourite one you've done in a long time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 'cause it is.
Only because you get a product, you might get a
Hello,
product out of it.
doggy. Don't rear, doggy. Okay. There's beans.
Wow! Oh, that
Fuck
really
you.
hurt.
Hell. Mate, look at the graph.
Yeah, it went off the chart. Wow!
I'm going to have to do it now. Wow. That's good to know.
That's like... I think it's because my settings like turned up massively.
Mate, that peak was huge. That could kill people's ears. Sorry about that.
You're gonna have to find a way to
no.
cut that and temper it
No,
down.
I'm not going to do anything with it.
No, you have to.
Yeah, I can just make it smaller.
Yeah, just make it smaller.
Then people were like, what? It wasn't that bad.
It was.
At least one of these facts I've done before.
It started off so well.
I've just realised, yeah.
Okay,
I told you, I've not done
let's
well
see
with
if I can find out which one it is.
Okay. The longest hiccup spree lasted 68 years.
That's some poor fucker right there.
Charles Osborne, an American man, hiccuped continuously from 1922 to 1990 for a total of about 430 million hiccups.
Damn. Did he count? Did he mark them down?
Yeah.
Little chart?
1, 2.
Italian.
Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins.
For real?
Sloths can hold their breath for 40 minutes, whereas dolphins can only manage about 10.
It's because they breathe in slow.
The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. Due to the heat, the
Mhm.
metal expands. The tower grows by 6 inches. That's long.
Oh, yeah, 6 inches. That's a lot.
Huge.
That's big.
Cows have best friends.
That's sick.
Researchers show cows form close bonds with other cows and become stressed when they're being separated.
Oh, he has to end off with a sad bit.
No, I got one more. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This happens in a phenomenon called the triple point, where temperature and pressure allow the three states, liquid, solid, and gas, to coexist.
Ooh, that's very interesting.
There's 5 random facts.
What was the one that you repeated?
Cows are best friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done it on before.
Talking about
Cows?
just different states of
Cows?
like existence, solid, liquid, gas.
Yep.
Do you know now that there's a fourth?
Go on, enlighten me.
So, sticking with tech, Microsoft have created a new microchip called the quantum chip. Have you seen it?
I think I have read about it.
It's so fucking cool. Oh my god. So it's a quantum computer. I don't know too much about it, but I watched a little video on it. And so basically, it's not in a solid, liquid, or gas form. It's in its own state of being. It's called quantum state. Mad.
Yeah.
Microsoft, mate. It's just Microsoft. They made computers at one point. Now they're making quantum computers.
Yeah, well, that's where we live in, mate.
They're like
so.
I mean, they look really cool. They look like little pieces of gold. They look like you could basically buy it, hold it, and it'd be worth millions later on.
Probably is worth millions.
I wouldn't be surprised. This quantum computer, they could do so. The thing that they saying, or the thing that they are saying,
It's saying like a billion things in the space of like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's mad. So it's when I watched the video, I was absolutely flabbergasted. It was saying that it could basically solve the world's problems just by thinking on computer, and it can spill out like loads and loads of solutions. Have you? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Have you ever seen something called Love, Death and Robots on Netflix? No. So it's really stupid thing to compare it to, but on there was like a little mini series, and it basically had one thing where yogurt came from another planet and gave the world
yogurt.
Yeah, it was yogurt. It was like an alien yogurt, and it basically acted as this quantum computer, so it didn't need to think emotionally. So it created a solution for the world to become what's it called when everything's a utopia?
Okay, utopia.
And then obviously if you deviate from this, the whole world is absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
This computer, from what it sounds like, is basically going to do that same thing.
Scary though, isn't it?
It is terrifying, but
scary.
You can imagine if you can put this into perspective of a little microchip. I mean, it's coming from Microsoft, so it could be given to someone really terrible. But Bill Gates is trying to do good stuff. He does a lot of stuff for charity, so hopefully he would put it into better hands. But it might be able to solve the world's problems. How mad would that be?
Yeah,
imagine like 10 years down the line, everything's perfect from then on out. There's no hunger. There's no like poor. There's no poverty. There's no homelessness. Literally, everything's just wiped clean, and the world becomes like an oasis. You never know.
It won't happen.
You got to stay positive.
While there's people in power like they are, things like this will never happen.
Yeah, but this quantum computer could change that. You got to think on the bright side of it. It's funny because we do this positivity podcast.
We do.
And old Glumbum over here.
I am the voice of reason.
Reality. I'm logic, and I'm like it's just pure imagination of like some dopey ass golden retriever.
Come on, golden retriever.
Okay, so my segment, newish segment.
What's it called again?
News or nonsense.
News or nonsense.
No, I'm not going to do it again. So here are the stories, and have you just looked at the answer?
Huh? I can't see.
I hope you haven't. Which good news story is real? It's not touchscreen. 3 of these heartwarming stories are completely made up, but one of them is 100% true. Can you guess which one? A parrot became a local postman's sidekick. A friendly parrot in Spain made a habit of following the local postman to his daily route, even perching on his shoulder as he delivered letters. The bird has become a mini celebrity in its neighbourhood.
Don't trust that one.
Dentists start singing appointments. To help nervous patients, a dentist in Canada has found a unique way to calm anxious patients. By singing their favourite song during procedures, now he even takes requests from appointments.
That's fucking annoying. No, not buying
for
that
you,
one.
But some people,
I'm not buying
some people might like it. An 84-year-old woman becomes the oldest person to cycle across the US. A grandmother from Oregon has officially become the oldest person to cycle across America, completing the journey in just under 3 months. She says she did it to prove you're never too old for an adventure.
I like that one.
And D, which is a fisherman rescued a stranded hiker using a drone, and a note. A lost hiker in Alaska was saved after a quick-thinking fisherman attached a help message to his drone and flew it to the stranded man, leading the rescuer to his location.
That's a... I'm torn between C and D now.
Okay.
Darren Brown told me to just go with your gut.
What'd you got say?
D.
You bastard, you looked. No, it's 100%
Yeah,
right.
right.
It's 100% right. So you are 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
2 out of 3. I think the
Two
first
for-
one you got wrong. I think.
Yeah, 2 for 3.
We'll have to go back in the episodes and find out. But yeah, so 2 out of 3.
Yay.
So yeah, answer D. A fisherman in Alaska really did use his drone to save a stranded hiker by flying a handwritten note to him, leading the rescuer to his exact
That's very
location,
clever.
which is pretty sick.
Fair play.
But yeah, that is it. I'm not doing the questions anymore.
Oh, are you giving up?
Yeah, I give up on the questions.
Fucking hell. Can't keep your segments for 5 minutes, man.
What do you mean? No, I'm keeping this one. I'm just not doing the end of the little... Because it feels like it's just sort of bloop, thrown in there.
Yeah, no,
It feels
I
real
get it.
blasé.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But,
But
well,
yeah, so
that felt
that's-
like a very quick episode.
I
It wasn't. It
It
was
wasn't
45
that
minutes,
quick.
but it just felt quick.
Yeah, so if you are watching us at home on YouTube and all that sort of jazz, may remember to leave a subscribe and leave a like and a comment, and also hit the bell icon
Ding,
to get
ding,
notified.
ding.
Not that it's hard to get notified every Monday, but you get notified when we drop a new episode. Because
Well, this week was late. Last week.
oh yeah, we had a little
Well, because I uploaded it on
Technical
a Sunday.
difficulty.
Usually I check it, but then I went away for work on Monday, and I just
He did say he was away.
I just had
Did
to
say he was away. But yeah, so that so do all that on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Spotify, remember leave us a little review because it makes us feel better.
It's nice.
It helps. Socials. If you're watching on screen, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see on screen. But if you're listening at home, it's KTGGTKpod on Instagram, KTGGTK podcast on TikTok, and Know the Good to Know podcast on Facebook.
And KTGGTKpod at outlook.com if you want to send any emails with good news stories or just tell us you love us.
Jeez, do you want to say that a little bit slow?
No.
KTGGTK podcast at...
Outlook.com.
There we go. If you want to send us your own good news stories, because it'd be a lot nicer for us to not have to do any research. God, so
God,
lazy.
man,
Dang.
come on.
Nah, it'd be nice to hear some good news from other people, especially if it's your own good news, because that would be really nice.
That would be the best one.
Yeah, 100%. We want to hear your own good news. I mean, it helps if you find a story, but at the same time, yeah, just tell us.
Anyway, thank you for listening as always.
Thank you very much.
We love you. Episode 43 done and dusted. Stay positive.
Peace out. Stay positive, people.